When 2020 became the year of celebrity accountability, no one probably expected Ellen DeGeneres to be at the center of a scandal, especially one in which the crew of her popular talk show accused her of harassing them at work. After a Twitter thread asking for examples of why Ellen is one of the meanest people alive got thousands of responses in April, Ellen's staff and crew came forward with many stories of bad behavior on The Ellen Show. Here are all the famous people who've also said that Ellen is rude. However, before we begin our countdown, we'd greatly appreciate it if you'd subscribe to our YouTube channel and also press that bell icon. Now let's get started. Number 1. DeGeneres disappointed Nikki de Jager. Anyone who has heard about the shocking rumors about Ellen's behavior behind the scenes will know the name Nikki de Jager. One of the first celebrities to talk about her appearance on Ellen DeGeneres' show in January 2020 was the Dutch beauty vlogger Nikki Tutorials. The influencer went on a Dutch talk show to talk about her conversation with Ellen, and she said some not so nice things. Nikki said that Ellen was cold and far away, and she was surprised that the host never said hello to her before the show. Nikki said that she wasn't given a private bathroom because the only one that was available was reserved for the Jonas Brothers. The Dutch vlogger said that the Ellen DeGeneres show wasn't nearly as charming as it was made out to be in the ads. Nikki de Jager's hopes were turned upside down when she said she likes the show much more than Ellen. Number 2. Brant Garrett gets real. Not even a week ago, Brant Garrett sent out a tweet in which he took a strong stance on the claims that Ellen had done something wrong. Garrett, who became famous because he was on the hit family show Everybody Loves Raymond for almost a decade, criticized Ellen's recent apology to her staff last week. Garrett tweeted, "It starts at the top," which was a reference to the way Ellen treats her staff and how they're often harassed. The actor said that he knew more than one person who was treated horribly by Ellen, which was common knowledge. Even though we want to know about the other people who know about Ellen's mean behavior, Garrett has been one of the most famous people to back up the many complaints by Ellen's staff. Number 3. Leah Thompson takes a turn. As the internet did its magic and sent Garrett's tweet around the world, it made one of those people who commonly know that Ellen is mean speak up. People magazine shared Garrett's tweet, which got actress Leah Thompson back in the spotlight. She may be best known for her role as Lorraine Baines in the Back to the Future movies. Thompson only needed 4 words to say what she thought about the situation. It's a true story. The story that Leah was talking about was the fact that many stars who worked with Ellen or been on her show agreed that the host is often rude. Number 4. Neil Breen shares a story. Breen is an Australian radio host with a popular show called 4BC Breakfast. He may not be a well-known person to you, but last week, Breen talked about Ellen's supposed meanness on a show, bringing up the one time he met the talk show host in 2013. Breen was a producer for the Australian Today show when he and his crew sat down with Ellen in Melbourne for an interview. Breen said that DeGeneres gave him a long list of rules about how to run the show and act around her. Breen told how Ellen's people took over the interview and controlled everything to make sure the host was comfortable. Breen then talked about what Ellen's producers had told him. You don't talk to Ellen, you don't go up to her, and you don't look at her. Neil Breen said that he never got to talk to Ellen directly, so he didn't think Ellen was to blame for the bizarre interview. Breen did say, though, that the people who worked with Ellen walked on eggshells the whole time, which backs up the complaints made by the staff of Ellen DeGeneres' talk show. Number 5. Kevin T. Porter. One of the first people to talk about how hard it is to work with DeGeneres was comedian Kevin T. Porter. We all need a little kindness right now. You know, like Ellen DeGeneres always talks about, the podcast host tweeted back in March, adding, "She's also known for being one of the meanest people alive." Then, he told his followers, "Reply to this with the craziest stories you've heard about Ellen being mean, and I'll donate $2 to @Ellie Food Bank for everyone." His tweet got a lot of attention, and several people shared their own scary stories about DeGeneres. It's hard to tell which ones were true and which ones weren't. People who work in the entertainment business or on TV in Los Angeles often know or hear a not very nice story about Ellen. Porter recently told Page 6, "I just got out of bed and I had the idea. It seemed like a fun and creative way to raise money for charity." Number 6. Wayne Dupree. Podcast host Wayne Dupree believes DeGeneres isn't sorry, just sorry she got caught. The radio host didn't find the talk show star's late apology funny, and he seemed to imply that she should have apologized to the people she was accused of mistreating much sooner. In July, he wrote on Twitter, "Isn't it funny how they openly apologize after they got caught? They never apologize when they treat people badly." Number 7. Tony Okenvoa. In the past, Tony was a DJ on the Ellen DeGeneres show. Tony Okenvoa spoke out on the show about how bad the work environment was. "I've been getting calls from people asking me about my time on the Ellen DeGeneres show, and I'd like to talk about it," he said on Instagram in early August. "I worked on air from 2003 to 2006, and again from 2007 to 2013. The 52-year-old actor said he agreed with the bad things about DeGeneres and other people who worked on the show. "While I'm grateful for the chance it gave me," he said, "I did see and feel how toxic the environment was, and I support my former co-workers in their efforts to make the show a healthier and more inclusive place to work as it goes on."